Sex offenders to move into a rental property on Madison's north side have residents looking for a way out. News 3's Velena Jones talked to a group of concerned neighbors today.
Neighbors in the Vera community say they're concerned and are thinking about moving after receiving this flyer just days ago, informing them that a sexual offender would be moving in right next door.
They want to put a whole building full of sex offenders. You're like dangling our kids as eye candy.
It's a fear Lori Hansen has never had in the 8 years she's lived in the Vera community with her grandson Xavier. But now she's thinking of packing her bags.
What happens if one of them step out the door one day and just happen to say, okay, I'm going to grab one of them?
Residents were informed by a flyer that a man who has been convicted of multiple sexual assaults involving minors will be moving into an apartment just feet away from where other children live and a half a mile away from Mendota Elementary School.
No, you can't say they won't do it. You can't say that, and I'm not willing to take any risk.
The flyer also mentioned that the man has potential to offend again, and the same building would be used for other sexual offenders to move into in the future.
I'm still hoping there might be a law that applies to prevent this. Or perhaps we need a law that would prevent it.
Madison's child safety zone ordinance prohibits sexual offenders from being within 250 feet of schools, playgrounds, and daycare centers, but does not include restrictions on how far offenders can live from a home with children.
Pretty much it's like they're okay with somebody messing with a child because you put them in the middle of families. And it's hard for people who have drug convictions and things to get into places, but a sex offender can live anywhere.
Shamika Flagers has 3 daughters. She lives right next door to the rental property where the offenders will live. In her mind, leaving only one choice for her family.
We're at home all the time by ourselves, so I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. Like, that would be constantly on my mind. So it's either if they move in, we have to move out.
It's a fear Hansen says residents should not have to worry about in their own neighborhood.
We don't have weapons in our homes, and we don't want to feel like we have to do that. But we're going to feel to the point where we have to protect our children some kind of way. If they're not going to do it, who is?
Community members will be able to learn more about how many sexual offenders will be moving into this apartment on Monday at 6 o'clock at the Vera Neighborhood Center, where there will be a meeting held to learn more information. Lori tells me that community members are also planning to sign a petition to help stop this move. In Madison, I'm Velena Jones, WISC News 3.
According to the Department of Corrections website, the meeting will not prevent the release or placement of an offender, but are held for citizens to learn more about the offender to be able to take proper safety precautions.